picture on my phone. Let me see. Thank you.
You're posing as professional, so
No, on your camera so I can see how I look on your camera.
Oh.
Great.
You can do a little test with me.
Me.
are you nervous?
Shoot it.
Maybe a little. Just a tad.
You should be. Are you ready?
Sure.
Have a question. Who is Tashika? Can I say a government? Who is Tashika Washington? Who is she?
Who is she? Tashika Washington is someone that is still growing and learning, who's still experiencing things, someone who knows what she wants, someone who knows what she deserves, someone who's loyal, someone who is God-fearing, and who is very family-oriented, works very hard, and just loves to enjoy life. That is who Tashika Washington is.
So how long have you been pursuing music?
Well, I've been singing all my life. Pretty much everybody in my family does something with music, starting in church. So, yeah, that's pretty much been happening since I was 3. I think I was either 3 or 5 when I had my first solo. But I've been singing in the choir with my family my whole life.
Okay. When you talk about how you got your start in church, is it a balance that you find yourself trying to have nowadays from doing your music and balancing that with like your beliefs and your church upbringing and background?
Yes. I mean, it's a constant struggle only because everybody knows me as Tashika the church girl. So if I want to sing R&B, if I want to just do anything outside of the traditional church structure, some people have issues with it, or they just look at you funny. So it is definitely, I constantly try to make sure that I'm being appropriate, because at the end of the day, no matter what I sing, I always want God to be represented correctly. And I don't want to sing on the praise team one morning, but I'm, out singing Sex Me the night before. So any of my music, it speaks about love. It speaks about happiness, encouragement, but it also speaks about the realities of a relationship. I just try not to cross a certain line when I do it.
All right. I've always wanted to ask this question, particularly to you. What kind of feeling do you get on stage? What kind of feeling do you get on stage when you know you've captured the crowd with the gift that you've been given? What is that feeling like?
So you know firsthand that I'm very nervous. My nerves are terrible. So before getting on stage, it is torture to the point where I want to call the whole thing off. But once I actually get on stage and I'm singing and I have a connection, it really does feel good. Like when we did the CD release and, people knew the words to the songs and they were enjoying it. That is, I can't really describe it. It's just, it really is great to see that people support you and that they believe in you, even sometimes when you don't believe in yourself. So it's just, I can't really describe it. It's just, it's really good.
All right. Who are some of your biggest musical inspirations? It's a 2-part question. And if there was an artist that you could work with or sing a duet with or just be on stage with, who would it be?
I have a lot of people, starting with my family members. I have an auntie, Barbara Jean. She was the star back in the day of the family. She sings wonderfully. So she's definitely been an influence from day one. Other family members that are older, watching them as kids sing, it was amazing. But just like everybody else, I love me a good Fantasia, Anita, Patty, Gladys, Jasmine Sullivan. Let me think. There are a couple other people that I love. I just like good singing, so I really don't care where it's coming from. I just like good singing, not the cutesy auto-tune. If you turn that stuff off, I sound terrible singing. I like real good singing. If I could pick somebody to sing with, I would love to sing with Patti LaBelle. I think that would be fun.
Okay. What was your first project that you did and put out to the world?
Beautiful Surprise, and I believe that was 2014.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small EP, 4 songs. Didn't really know what I wanted to sing about or who, what direction I wanted to go in or what sound I wanted or, what I was trying to achieve there. It was literally started as just something that year I said I wanted to finally put out something. And I started working with some people and we got those 4 songs out.
Okay, so I think your newest project out right now is called My Therapy.
Yes.
I think our DMST's very own Big Dev helped you out with that. What is it, helping produce on that album?
I mean, he wasn't that influenced. No, Devin definitely helped out a lot. He definitely produced it. He wrote a lot of the material that's on there. Another singer, producer, writer, DeBrian Cross. He also wrote a lot and, was there for the vocal arrangements and things like that. So, yeah, the 3 of us knocked that out.
Mm-hmm.
We a lot of our interaction is surrounded I Am 216.
Mm-hmm.
So just any of your thoughts when you look back on I Am 216 Live, the show,
Mm-hmm.
everything surrounded. What did you take away from it? What maybe what you learned from it, whatever the case may be. What do you think about it?
I Am 216 started off wonderfully. It was a family. It was a lot of fun. I know a lot of people looked forward to our nights at Take 5. They looked forward to coming to the show or hearing the show. There were a lot of artists who passed through there that were awesome. And it was really a good time. And had, I think, things been a little different, different communications happened, I think it would still be going on. And I think that it would be awesome. But I learned a lot as far as stage presence, watching, some of you all get up there and do your thing. I learned a lot about presentation. I learned a lot about, how to pick songs for a show and, to tell a story and keep it flowing. And so, I mean, y'all were praising me, joking around, but I really did sit back and watch, how you all were so professional and so comfortable doing what you were doing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so as a singer, what is a good song to you? We hear a lot about the state of music these days.
Mm-hmm.
I think we hear more about the state of hip hop, but even with R&B, it's sometimes it doesn't have the same feel as a lot of our R&B back in the day.
True.
So for you, what are your thoughts maybe on R&B, and then what's a good song to you?
My personal opinion, I don't really think that there are a lot of people singing anymore. I think that, like I call it cutesy auto-tune stuff, where, like I said, if you turn that off, they sound a mess. And I mean, it's no shade. I'm just used to people really being able to sing. And I'm not even talking about celebrities. I'm just talking about people walking around Cleveland that can really sing. Like, no, they don't need any dancers. You could turn the music completely off and they will stand there barefoot and knock you out the water. So that's what I'm used to. R&B now, it's just everything to me sounds the same. Some of it is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it, but it's not great to me. It's just not great. I think it should be relatable. Like Mary J, I always use her as an example. She may not have the best vocals in some people's opinion, but her songs are so relatable, and you will sit there and you will cry and you will be happy. And I mean, she's just really relatable. So I don't know. R&B to me is just having great vocals. And even if you don't have great vocals, you have great songs that are relatable.
So it's kind of a question that I like to ask, like to pick people's brain. I love and what it means. You know what I mean? So, kind of a simple but complex question. What does love mean to you? When you hear the word love, expressing love, feeling love, what does it mean to you?
To be honest, I am still figuring out what love completely means to me. My therapy alone should explain like that I not the best expert in the subject. I know what I don't want love. I know what love shouldn't do, but I'm still, trying to figure out what love completely means to me. So I can't really give you the best answer on that one because I'm still figuring out. I'm still experiencing. I'm figuring out what love means to me still.
Whenever you would like to go.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Take 2 if this is better. I'm in and out of love. Wish I was numb to the heartache. But this kind of love, it will make the toughest heart break. I never thought I would be right here, so lost in my feelings. I would give it all just to rewind back to the beginning. This is my therapy. This is my therapy. This is my therapy. This is my therapy. But you live and you learn. I will be a better me, yeah, every day of my life. Wrong or right, I'm living my therapy.
I'm about to say me, Colin Kaepernick. He didn't even hear.
Thanks.